Hello everybody and welcome back to Pravus Gaming and more Life is Feudal Forest Village. In the last video we covered a lot of the basics of this game, this Banished clone. I don't know, chat, what are we thinking? Is this too much like Banished to the point where it's a ripoff and we should all get mad at the creators, or is it building upon Banished in a pretty good way, you know? Banished is an older game now. I mean, it's a great game, I love Banished, but you know, it definitely could use some updates with some new features, and this game adds in some of that content that is missing. Things like apiaries and stuff like that, you know? Stuff that everyone's wanted for a long time. Charcoal, smithing with smelting and stuff like that. It just hasn't been done for some reason. So I don't know, what do you guys think? The tame bears are the best thing around on that island. Absolutely. They're just cows, basically. That's all they are. Let's go kill another bear. Charlotte, you're brave and strong. You want to kill that bear? Oh, wow, it's looking at her. It knows what's coming. Look at that. It's like, oh, no. Please, no. Charlotte, turn around. Pull out your bow. And die. One shot, one kill. Nice and easy. And go back to your job. So we don't need anybody operating here anymore. Let's go ahead and turn off that farm. And winters are honestly a good opportunity to gather up a lot of resources because you don't need your farmers and stuff like that. We do probably need to have somebody making some firewood, though. So let's go ahead and get a lumberjack. They'll take my logs and they'll start converting it into firewood so people can take it home and keep themselves warm during the winter. In the meantime, let's gather up some more resources. Probably a bit more wood, let's say over here. Some more stone would be good. I know I'm going to need some of that. And a bit of iron ore would be good, and a lot of hay. Tend to run out of hay pretty quick. I got hay fever, man. That's what I got. Charlotte, Money Maiden. What's the hell up with the light? Yeah, so this is a complaint that I have about this game. Come winter, the snow is blinding as hell. And I've tried messing with some of the settings here. With the graphics, trying to turn down the bloom. If you turn down bloom, it tends to work a little bit better. There we go. It doesn't quite blind you in the same way, but when it's on high, oh my god. It's like the one massive lens flare. Kind of annoying, and I feel like the developers ought to fix that a little bit. But there you go. That's what it is. The Warsheep asks, when you record it, does it record the video and audio together or separately? Well, for streaming, I use OBS, so it records it together. Which is a little unfortunate, because typically what I do is I record using Bandicam and then Audacity for my audio separately. And then I can improve the audio. But with OBS, it's a little bit harder to do that. You can still do it, it's just a little bit harder. Let's turn off this builder, we don't need it right now. So what do you guys think we should get next? What would be good? Should we go ahead and invest in something like an orchard? Maybe a gatherer's hut? Maybe a hunting cabin so we can hunt down these pesky bears? Pesky bears? You know what? Yeah, let's kill the pesky bears. I cannot build in this area. What do you mean I can't build in this area? Of course I can. Now, one downside, of course, because they are so slow, I hate to build very far away from the barn. But I think we're going to have to. Let's do something kind of like this. There we go. Hunt down those pesky bears. They're infesting the island. By the way, what are bears and wolves and stuff doing on this island? I mean, I don't think... It's not a very big island. How much wildlife do you really get on islands like this? Lots of birds, maybe some small critters and rodents and stuff, but big mammals? I don't think so, buddy. I do not think so. Mind control equals human rights abuses. Absolutely. Guns. What about guns? Do we have guns? What are bears? Well, if you watched my last stream, we talked a lot about them. Hello, Barry McBareface. Oh, Chad, I'll never forgive you for that. My wife was so disruptive. No doubt about it. Yeah, the population's still growing very slowly here. We can see down here that a baby has been born. A couple of them, actually. So they'll grow up. Once they get to about 16 years old, they are available. But of course, they grow far faster than the actual time would suggest, you know. Pretty sure Charlotte used to be like 3 years old, and now she's 7, and it's only been 1 year. So no one understands how that works. One thing we could do, though, I'm a little bit hesitant to do it right now because it's winter. But once we get to spring, what I'll probably want to do is upgrade some of these shacks, make them a little bit larger, because you can only have, I think, 3 citizens in a shack. And we need to start populating a little bit faster than this. Now, again, why they're splitting up into weird ways here... Like, what is this? This is a proper family. This makes sense. Not all of this does. I don't know. The families get broken up kind of weird, just like they would in Banished. Again, just like Banished. It's just how it works, guys. It's how it works. Obviously, at some point, there was a land bridge. Yeah, at some point there must have been. I have no idea where it could have been. Maybe it's over here somewhere. Hang on. Whoops. No, wait. Going to the wrong area. Over here. Hey, I thought this was going to be a beach. I guess, well, okay. Looking at the map, I thought it would be a beach because it's tan, but it's flat ground as opposed to elevated ground. All right. I mean, you have to admit, the game is kind of pretty. I mean, look at this. This is pretty nice. And the camera does move around effortlessly. Like, this is very smooth to me. Probably smoother than it was in a game like Banished. It's very intuitive in that way. I will say, it's the one downside of this game over Banished that I just can't get over is the lack of information about different buildings and what they actually have produced and stuff like that. For a game like Banished, where you really have to optimize a lot, this game just does not offer that for you, and it makes me very sad. It does. It makes me sad. Boom. Should we place an orchard? We can grow some apple trees. We want to place that relatively close to the, well, we could do that. Let's go ahead and place down an orchard. It takes a couple years, of course, for the trees, the saplings, to get large enough, but we do something like this, let's say. This is a pretty big orchard. It's going to make a lot of food, but this should work. It only requires one person operating it, too. 108 wood. I think we can handle that. Let's go ahead and get started on that sucker. It's going to be a little while, but that's a source of some fruit, and as we all know, supposedly, we need to have some diversity in food for vitamins, so that should be good. All right, hunting cabin is now available. Somebody shall go out and kill... Oh, there we go. Killed the wolf. Now, I don't know if you saw that, but what he did is he didn't even shoot it. He just walked up, poked it with a stick, and it fell over dead. We can probably recreate that ourselves. Let's see. You. I know you're mining that rock, but forget the rock. Let's see if we can go find, like, a bear or something. Well, there's something right here. Whoops. Nope. Don't chop that. Nope. Stop! Well, you finished it. I mean, that was pretty quick. Good for you, but... Okay. There's something. Is that a boar? No, wait. That's a rock. No, that's not a rock. It is a boar. Hang on. Kill animal. Bonk. And it's dead. It's a little bit too simple, right? Like, there should be some level of threat when you're hunting or something. I mean, it makes sense if you're hunting deer. Deer don't really usually fight back. But if you're going to hunt boars and wolves and bears, there should be some risk involved in that. Hey, what's that pig doing in my pen? No. Let's drop off the food. There we go. Pull out the bow and arrow. Finish this sucker off. Whoops, you're getting way too close for me. Boom. You know what I've never tested? I've never tested to see if you can kill somebody with a bow. Nope, that answers that question. You cannot kill somebody with a bow. Darn, I was going to think that would be hilarious. In the back. Whoop. Nope, did nothing. Okay. It was worth a shot, guys. For science, we had to try killing somebody. Hey, Jason Boo. Mind control more. Yoink. Yeah, that picked up. Take resources, dang it. There we go. Now we're good to go. And drop it off. Mind control more. Working on it. Episode 3 of Life is Feudal. Mass genocide of wildlife. 30 minutes of only hunting. I mean, yeah. The thing is, that's really one of the most interesting things you can do in first-person mode. Really, to me, first-person mode is less about micromanaging because the game just runs a lot slower when you do that. It has a lot more to do with just enjoying the scenery, enjoying the village you created, walking along the roads, and just feeling involved, you know? It's got a level of immersion to it, which I think is kind of fun. Are we able to fish? I have to imagine we can. Let's try that. Caitlin! Excuse me, I need your body. That sounds wrong. Interact. And there we go. We're just going to sit here and fish for a bit. Life is Feudal Forest Village, guys. You sit around and you fish for a few hours. Need some water, but I need to do it without actually dropping it everywhere. Supposedly, by the way, operating that horn right there, supposed to make them work a little bit faster, so there is an incentive to take control and blow your horn every once in a while, just to make everyone around you work faster. It doesn't really tell you how effective that is, though. Just supposedly in the tutorial, that's what it does. Again, it's a lack of information in this game that I think is one of its greatest weaknesses. No doubt. I just splashed water right in my face. Wow. That takes talent right there. No doubt about it. Oh, you were talking about Fire Emblem. Got it. No, Pumbaa! When I was a young warthog. Oh, boy. So we have 2 people working. Hey, someone came to adulthood. Teenager Davin has grown up and is now ready to work. Excellent. Have we finished the orchard yet? No, this guy is being very slow. Please finish the orchard so I can grow apple trees. Thank you. Gather up some more resources. What do we need? Guess we'll gather up some of the wood over here. There's 103 available there. Of course, we're going to need more stone. Let's do that. One thing I like to do kind of early on, I think, is I'm going to go ahead and get a kiln going so we can start making charcoal. And one of the reasons I like that is because I think that charcoal is more effective as a fuel source than the firewood, which it is created from. So it'll actually go a longer way. It's more efficient. And also, you need that charcoal if you want to eventually start making better tools. So let's go ahead and place down a kiln. Let's get ourselves another builder as well. We'll get started on that sucker. Late winter. Pretty soon we will be able to start planting again, which will be nice. And the orchard is done. So you can see the exact same sort of information here. Optimal temperatures and humidity. Now, right now for apples, 32 to 80 is considered optimal, and a fair bit of humidity. It's pretty fast once the trees have actually grown. Obviously, they're going to have to go around and plant all the saplings, let them grow up to adulthood, and then every season we should get a pretty nice harvest of apples, a good influx of food for minimal effort, which I think is quite good. Is the kiln done already? Wow, that was pretty quick. Not bad. Let's go ahead and get somebody working here. Now, if we wanted to, we could take advantage of, let's say, you right here. Oh, nope, I want to take over you. Hang on. There we go. And I can just sit here and hold down the left mouse button, and that's it. That's what it's like to work a kiln. You literally are just taking the exact actions that the AI characters are using. But that's it. You just sit here going, ooh, warm my hands on the fire. I've created charcoal. Dun, da, da, da. That's what it is. Jason Boo says the game looks like Banished. That is its primary advantage and also its primary criticism, is that it is very, very similar to Banished in a lot of ways. Don't expect the developers to improve things like the lighting in winter. I played Life is Feudal Your Own and loved it in the beginning, but became incredibly annoyed after a while. The developers ignore all the little things that make games really fun. Yeah, and I think that's one of the things I could criticize. Hey, look, a moose! Hang on, hold that thought. Moose! I didn't even know you were here! What is this doing on an island? What kind of island is this? We're clearly up north, like far north. We're talking like Canadian region. Far North America, that's where this island is. All right. Well, that's now I'm happy. There's 10 out of 10. This game has mooses. All right, anyway. Yeah, so that's one of the primary complaints I think I would have for a game like this is I've seen this theme across all the Life is Feudal games, that the game in and of itself has pretty good graphics, not bad gameplay, but it does seem like direct rip-offs of other games, and that's probably because the developers are ultimately too lazy to create their own concept, or at least that's sort of the criticism. I don't know if that's true. Maybe it's not fair to the developers, but that's the impression it gives, because they take someone else's concept, throw on some new skinning, and make their own game, tweak it a little bit to make it original, which is good, and then they just kind of leave it. And it's like, are you just creating games to try and hop on the bandwagon, get that hype, and then just leaving it? Is that what you're doing? Because if so, it's not very consumer-friendly, you know what I mean? But I don't know. I don't know the developers. I haven't had really much experience with other Life is Feudal games. I'm just familiar with their existence. But that's where you get. Hold that thought. There's a moose. Canada wasn't a thing in the feudal age. Very true. So where'd the moose come from? Are they in Scandinavia? Actually, I have no idea. Where are the developers from in this game? I feel like they might be from Norway or Sweden. Maybe that would explain something, actually. It could. I have no idea. Mooses? Meese? I have no idea. I was really annoyed when they announced Forest Village while Your Own was obviously unfinished. They should at least finish a game before they start a new one. And again, that's the thing. Are they just hopping onto the bandwagon, getting that hype? They see a really successful game like Banished, for example, and they just create a game very similar to try and get, you know, a lot of money, and then they just leave it? I don't know. I really don't know. This isn't a town-building game. It is a first-person bow-hunting game, which you can use to build a town if you want to. Probably true. I probably could spend the next half an hour just wandering around murdering everything. I won't even take their meat or their hides. I'll just kill them. I can do that. The way you explain it sounds a lot like how it is with Urban Empire. There's some uncomfortable familiarity with that, yes. Believe it or not, I actually was writing a script for an entire video talking about how games like Urban Empire ultimately kind of abuse their power with YouTubers. Talking about how the game generated a lot of hype, and the way it did so was through YouTubers. Like, I mean, Quill18 comes to mind, and don't get me wrong, Quill18's a great guy. He got sponsored for the video. I don't blame him one bit. But using that to try and give, like, the first half of the game, give really good impressions on YouTube, generate hype, because they know we'll get hundreds of thousands of views, and then create an embargo so the YouTubers can't go beyond that and see how obviously flawed the game is. But in the meantime, they suckered a lot of people buying into their game. I was thinking about doing an entire video on that subject and the power that we YouTubers have in that sense and how consumers need to beware. But I ended up scrapping it because I just wasn't really happy with where it was going. It wasn't quite good enough, not concise enough. Hey, let's go ahead and upgrade the shack. The love shack, if you will. So one thing you can see if you're going to upgrade a building is it does tell you that there are some stats regarding these buildings. Capacity goes up to 4, happiness plus 5, strength 90. What the strength means, I have no idea, but it does have a better pregnancy chance than usual. So let's go ahead and hit the construct button. It'll use a bit more logs, stone, and hay. And there you go. We'll need to get a builder in charge. We have another person who's come to adulthood. That's excellent. So there we go. It's springtime. Potatoes now. Good point. Let's go ahead and do that now. Farmer and farmer. And we'll need to take, let's say, one person off of fishing, because we have 1,000 of that. Let's go ahead and get somebody working on the orchard. So they can start planting those saplings and get them growing. They'll grow over the winter, slowly but surely. In the meantime, these guys are homeless, so the sooner we can finish this up, probably the better. They'll basically tear down half the building, and then they'll build onto it. And it's actually kind of cool to watch, because they definitely keep the same model, but then they add on some more stuff. So you can see here, they're going to take it apart. You can see some of the rafters and stuff go away. And they're going to expand it out with a new bedroom and then rebuild it. That's kind of cool. I mean, you can see that it keeps the same foundation. It's not like Banished where they actually demolish the entire thing, right? It's an actual housing expansion, which is cool. I like that. I dig it. Let's go ahead and upgrade all these houses, honestly. We do need some more population growth. There we go. Of course, we're going to have a lot of homeless people in the meantime, but it's springtime. It's not cold anymore. Who's worried? There you go. You plant those potatoes. Yeah! If I wanted to, I could just take over and start doing it myself. Oh, saplings have all been planted. Now, I have no idea if there's much point in continuing having somebody operate the orchard once the saplings are done. She definitely seems like she's going around and helping them grow. Like, I watched the little bush grow a little bit there. Yeah, they're definitely growing up larger every time she uses her shovel, because that's how science works. But, yeah, there you go. Pregnancy is higher. What? Yeah, well, turns out, the more space you have, the more desire you have to get it on and have some babies, which is what I want, so let's go ahead and encourage people to have more kids. Done deal. All right, now we can have 4 people in here. Again, I don't think these are the actual families because Ralph, the 20-year-old, with a 7-year-old, 4-year-old, and 3-year-old, his wife is somewhere else. Not in this house. It doesn't make sense. I think she's over here. Just don't pay too much attention to the nonsensical nature of people living in these homes. It just doesn't make sense. It really does not. But Banished, honestly, can have the same fault sometimes. Banished is better about it, but when you overexpand your housing and stuff like that, it has the same issues, same bugs. All right, I don't think we need anyone working the lumberjack right now, so let's go ahead and turn that off and just have another gatherer. Deliver some resources and stuff. Now, I don't know if, like in Banished, getting rid of the rocks and stuff means you can plant more trees. It's quite possible that it does, and maybe we should test that and try getting rid of some of this stuff. There you go. We'll have someone do that. That'll be fine. You can't hear me through the stream. Oh, the storm. Oh, yeah, the storm. I forgot about the lightning. I guess that would make it kind of loud. Let's turn off the builder. The storms can hit your buildings, by the way. If the lightning strikes your building, it will catch on fire. I've seen that happen, so that's a thing. They make love to the shake. I don't know. If that's how science works, I'm a millionaire. Absolutely. Put on some jazz music and watch the babies pop out. Yes, please. No, wait. That's horrifying. Jazz music and maybe the creation of the baby, but not watching them pop out. That sounds very uncomfortable for everyone involved. How long are you going to stream for today? I'm going to stream until about 11 a.m. And then I have to leave, unfortunately. I was going to stream longer. I was actually going to do this more in the afternoon, but no, I have to leave, go spend some time with my folks, or my wife's folks as well, since they actually live very close together. We're going to celebrate Independence Day together. So that should be kind of fun. What's on the screen behind me? You know what? I think my wife left playback of my Saturday stream on there for some reason, so that's what it is. It's Elder Scrolls Online. Maybe they just asexually reproduce. That's possible. I wouldn't put it past this game. There are limitations to. Oh, you see that lightning? That could be dangerous. There are some limitations to the coding mechanics in games like this, you know? It can't be 100% realistic. There's a wolf in that guy's house right there. No, 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 no. Reed, you need to defend your family like a man. This child can kill the animal. Poke it with a stick. The child killed the wolf. Oh my gosh. It's like Peter and the Wolf. Da 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 da. Man, I haven't seen that in forever. Disney did like an old cartoon of that. That was fun. So children can work. Well, that's interesting. So I kind of assumed that children were useless like in Banished, because they definitely aren't doing anything right now. But it looks like if I really wanted to micromanage the crap out of this town, what I should do is just take over Reed's little 3-year-old brain and walk over here and start chopping down plants. It works! I can make children effective! That's stupid! Don't mind me, Mom. Don't mind me, Dad. I'm just gonna go and do adult work. I'm 3 years old, but don't mind me. It's fine. What you doing over here? Can I help? Can I help plant this sapling? Absolutely I can. Oh, this is silly. Alright, this is actually a little bit silly. Oh, gosh, that's scary. Alright, but again, the graphics, you know? Graphics of the game are pretty good. Scary to know that your wife watches your videos and streams. You missed it on, Saturday. She was getting into it on the chat. She was helping to moderate the stream, and she was talking about all sorts of things. Oh, that was kind of fun. The chat kind of got away from me pretty quick. It was, not what I had in mind. Talking about foods I don't like and stuff like that. I don't know. It was fun, though. She had a lot of fun doing it. I might have her get involved more often. Happy Murica Day! That is tomorrow, but yes, Murica! When's the next EU4 campaign, or what's the next one? I am thinking about playing as Moravia, which is a new nation that was added in the Mandate of Heaven expansion. It's not a very unique nation. It doesn't even have unique national ideas. It's very basic, but it's like a 2-province minor in the Holy Roman Empire that starts off as a vassal of Bohemia, if you want to release it. That could be kind of fun, especially since we're technically in the 3rd Rome era of the game, so we're thinking about that. Child labor, yes! They even run faster, is that true? Okay, hang on, we have to test this. Child labor is, after all, the best labor. Where's a child? Child? They're hiding from me. No, no, no. Are you sleeping in your bed? I don't see one. Yes, clip right through that. That's fine. Sure. What a sloppy editing there. I'm stalking the town looking for a child. Child! Hello, Reed. Oh, he tried to get away. All right. He doesn't feel like he runs that much faster. Maybe he does, but doesn't feel like it. Go ahead and gather up this wild hay or flax, or it looks like flax. No idea. Yoink. Doop-a-doop, doop-a-doop-doo. Child labor is the best labor. What are you, China? Probably. They're hiding! Get them! Yep, that's the way to do it. Let's see. Aw, you're still hiding in here, huh? Hello, sister of mine. Can I jump into her body? Probably. Hang on. Yoink! And... Oop, there you are. Nope, come here. Don't run from me. Oh, you even hear that? She's like, ah, no! I have a new child. I've got the child! Oh, let's run around. Let's go have her kill a bear. Or something. Can I find a bear? Gotta be a bear somewhere. Anya. Oh, there's a bear. Okay. The wild Anya stalks her prey. Hide behind the bush. Is it still there? It's still there. They don't suspect anything. Okay. Ready? And... release! Dead bear. Anya is the village hero. Oh, this game. Alright, let's go ahead and gather up the resources. I assume that if I leave her body now, she'll take them home. Let's see. Where are you? Anya! There she goes. Yep, okay. So I could actually, like, establish a bunch of tasks for these children, and they actually could go around and do some work for me. That's interesting. It is interesting. Alright. Hey, let's beautify up the town a little bit. Let's do some roads. Now, we could do regular dirt roads and paved roads, which requires a bit of, stone. Let's do some paved roads. We'll just do kind of a little highway here. Something like this should work. Yeah? We'll do something like this. There you go. And I don't think it actually requires builders to do this. It requires just regular laborers. By the way, we have up to 10 people now, which is good. What we actually should probably consider doing is creating a school, which requires a lot of resources, but that's fine. We'll create a school so that I can actually educate these children and try to make them a bit more effective once they reach adulthood. Schoolhouse will be kind of like this, I think. Yeah, that's a good place for it. Oh, we need a couple of builders for that. All right, that's going to take a little while. Send them to the gulags! Yeah. It's from the dose of communism we got from the Democracy 3 Russia campaign. Which so far is having a heck of a time becoming more communistic, but I'm starting to get closer and closer. Keep watching the videos this week. We're getting there. We're getting there. Next video is going to be kind of fun. Stalk someone making a child whilst in first person. As a child. I don't think that's how it works. I don't think they've quite gone that far in the game. But that would be hilariously creepy. Child-killing bear. You have to be 18 or over to go kill. Nope, I just proved that's not true. We have no minimum age restrictions on owning a bow. Roughly the plot of Brave. You know what? You're not even wrong. That is roughly the plot of Brave. Well done. Well done. Can I jump into her? Pravus 2017. Mm-hmm. Who needs a school when you have child labor? Well, if they become more effective and they're more efficient and faster at what they're doing, then it's probably still worth it, but I see your point. No, not a school. Child labor is better. Here's the thing, though. It's just... Okay, so child labor is better. I agree that child labor actually in this game would be better. The problem is they don't do anything unless I'm manually controlling them, which means I can only control one at a time, which is very slow and inefficient. And two, I have to slow the game down to only 1 time speed. And frankly, this game could stand to be a little bit faster. So no, we're not gonna quite do that. School was made in the depths of hell. I'm guessing you don't like school. Which is sad. I actually very much enjoyed school as a kid. But, I had a different experience than some people. Alright, we're doing okay on tools. We still have 18. That's not so bad. We have no spare clothing. Let's take a look at the adults. Okay, it looks like their clothing durability actually has fallen apart. Then what we should probably do is go ahead and refine some resources. And get a tailor's shop. A weaver's workshop. That'll work. Now, where do we want to place this? Well, it's not fitting anywhere. I could place it over here, I suppose. One thing I could do is terraform a little bit and flatten out the land. Let's see. This is a 10 by 10 area. So if I wanted to go to terraforming, flatten, let's say, this area in a 14 by 13. Make it pretty flat. Something like this. And we'll need a couple of laborers to go and do this. A builder, I think. Or no, maybe just a laborer itself will be fine. But yeah, the terraforming is a lot better in this game than it is in Banished. That's for sure. That is to say, the base game of Banished doesn't have any at all. And it really could use some. We grow this flax remarkably quickly, by the way. It's very fast growing. Not bad. Not bad at all. We're actually running low on food, though. The potatoes, we could probably stand to get a bit more. I'm hoping that these apples grow up at some point pretty soon. Maybe we should get another fisherman? Nah, we need the laborers. We need the laborers. No. Let's not worry about it. This game may have some pros over Banished, and the HUD is better, I guess. The HUD is very similar. I wouldn't really say that the HUD is better, per se, but... its only downside to me is that it's just missing some information, you know? I want to see production information. I want to optimize a little bit better. But otherwise, it does have some pros. I mean, in a lot of ways, you could argue it's a better version of Banished. Better graphics, more features, and first-person mode, which doesn't do anything, but it's cool. So I don't know. I mean, it's a game that's getting a lot of hate just because it is such a similar game. There's another freaking wolf in your home! Alright, we got an infestation. Read! You've proven yourself to be a worthy wolf killer. Slayer. Slayer of the wolf. Dead wolf. There you go. That works. I win. Alright. Oh, cool. He even gathers up the resources of what he kills. Well, that's useful. But anyway, yeah, so it's getting a lot of criticism just for being so similar. But Banished is a good game, and honestly, if it can improve on Banished a little bit, is that such a bad thing, or is it really just unfathomable, or unforgivable, I mean to say, just how much it copied? I don't know. Let's go ahead and build up a weaver's workshop. We'll go ahead and tell it to pause for a little bit, though, because I know we want to build out the school first, which is lacking in the stone and iron and hay right now. We're actually going to run out of clay pretty soon. How much clay does this take? We have just enough clay to build the weaver's workshop. So pretty soon, once we get a bit more population, we do need to get ourselves a clay mine dig down into the ground, into the bowels of the earth, and absorb its clay. If you can rename the villagers, can you name the tailor Obero? Don't ask why. Yeah, clothing durability. Is this guy naked? I don't think so. He's just basically wearing rags. So I don't know if I can rename the villagers, can I? I don't think so. I do not think you are able to rename villagers. Maybe you can, and I'm just not aware of the mechanic. It's entirely possible. You can see, by the way, that they finished paving up this road, so it looks kind of nice. That's not so bad, right? Not bad at all. Could probably add a few more. I assume that they walk faster on the path, but I have no idea if that's true. They definitely seem to be favoring the path if it exists. So that's a thing. Maybe we should go ahead and continue expanding out then. Do something like this, get closer to the Forcer's Lodge. Be pretty good. Let's do that, and then let's do this as well. There we go. Easy enough. Do you feel uncomfortable in your Democracy 3 Russia series? Why would I feel uncomfortable? Do I sound uncomfortable? I mean, maybe a little bit. I don't know. I'll admit, Democracy 3 is one of those games where I used to do it quite a bit and have a lot of fun with it, and then the larger the channel gets, the more intimidated I am about doing it. Just because it used to be a staple that I would go on rants, quote-unquote. Oh, crap, I'm over my time. Hold that thought. We're going to do a quick cut here on YouTube, and I will pick that right back up. Thank you all very much for watching on YouTube. Twitch audience, stand by. If you did enjoy this video, be sure to hit that like button, leave a comment, and subscribe, and I will be right back.